Hello, everybody and all. Tonight, we got a big old matchup. It is the DSRL Super Bowl from Season 1. I'm just moving phone. Here with me is my good buddy, Seta.
Welcome in, guys. Glad to have you guys here tonight. We got a fantastic matchup ahead. Two absolute heavyweights from both conference. The Steelers and the Niners. I mean, there's a lot to say about both of these teams. I mean, how about you talk to us about the Niners here? What can you say about them going into this matchup?
Well, the Niners have the lower regular season record, and that doesn't matter at all, actually. They have been just brutally dominant in the playoffs here so far. Last week in the conference championships, they held Atlanta for under 200 total yards, and that was an offense that had just consecutively thrown 300 in their back-to-back playoff games. Their defense is just unstoppable. The front seven just stuffs every run opportunity, and their secondary has just enough speed, agility, and talent to play that man coverage for long enough blitzes to get home, quarterbacks are sacked, and that's going to be a really big problem for the Steelers. You know, they gave up so many sacks this year, and I think that'll be the Niners' big defensive crutch tonight.
I don't disagree, but looking at the Steelers team, they've been a very dominant team, both on the ground and in the air, and yet again, another defensively led team. Both that unit just seems to be very aggressive in getting the picks. Look at Fitzpatrick in the secondary, was just an absolutely dominant force for them. The defensive line also very good in getting to the quarterback. I mean, I'm thinking we could have a very defensive, low-scoring matchup here in the Super Bowl. I don't see much middle ground. I either think it's going to be both offenses going crazy, or the defenses are going to keep it close and low-scoring. What do you think, Boom?
You know, I think you're right on the money. Like you said, Minkah Fitzpatrick tied for the league lead in interceptions. You never count out TJ Watt. He put up more than 15 sacks so far this year. And you're right, I think it's a defensive battle. Why? One, like you said, these are two of the best defenses to do it. But two, we've got quarterbacks that are right out of the womb playing tonight.
Yeah.
Trey Lance,
Yeah.
technically not a rookie, but this is his first season as a starter. And Kenny Pickett is the only rookie to lead his team to a Super Bowl. And he might be the only rookie to win a Super Bowl, right? I mean, that's coming all down to it tonight. It's the youngest quarterback lineup in a Super Bowl, both in the modern and the, I would wager, ever. Before football was a league, football, this is something unmatched. It's a different atmosphere, it's different pressure, and it's something I'm not entirely sure either of these quarterbacks are prepared to step up to. And at the same time, whoever steps up, I think, is going to be the winner, right? You always talk about the defense as a great game, and both these teams have an outstanding running presence, but I think it's the quarterbacks that are going to matter. Which young quarterback can keep the ball on his own team's side, right? Like, who's going to make that first mistake?
Yeah, and I think the first mistake could honestly be game decider, because they've both been very clean players this season. But again, the stage isn't too big for Trey Lance. It's too big for Kenny Pickett. Their entire careers, none of them played for a national championship in college. This is going to be a crowd unlike they've ever seen. It's going to be loud. It's going to be scary, and they know what's at stake. There's a lot. There's history, and like you said, they're both two of the youngest quarterbacks to ever make the big game. Whoever wins is going to be remembered forever, and you don't want to be the loser in this situation.
100%. Now, speaking of the quarterbacks, let's take a look at their season stats so far. We got Trey Lance. He has come into this Super Bowl game with 3,702 passing yards, a total of 29 touchdowns, 36 interceptions, only sacked 18 times. It's a crazy stat line because he put up well over 3,500 passing yards. He was close to 400 yards total on the season when counting in his rushing yards and sack yardage. Total touchdowns, he's a threat through the air, of course. but he can burn you every once in a while on the ground. You know, they focus so much on Eli and on Debo. Every once in a while, boom, there goes Trey Lance in the read option. He's really tough, but he throws a lot of picks, takes a lot of risks, and that might see the first mistake in this game. It's all right. We'll get back to you. Now let's look at the other side. It's a much different stat line for Kenny Pickett in his rookie season in Pittsburgh. 3,155 passing yards, 35 total touchdowns, 18 interceptions, but sacked 41 times on the season. That Pittsburgh offensive line just isn't what it was a good couple years ago. But regardless, Kenny Pickett has taken a run-first offense and diced up defenses that load the box, and he doesn't make as many mistakes. He doesn't fit that ball in every single time he thinks he has the opportunity. You know, he'll take the sack. As the stats show, he's not going to throw that 50-50 ball 100% of the time, which is a good thing, but also for tonight, it's the Super Bowl. You know, sometimes you got to take those shots, and we'll see if his attitude towards that changes.
But I mean, as we said earlier, I think this is a 17-14 final score here.
Hold on here, buddy. There's something wrong with your audio, and I am just gonna fix it up here. This is my bad. Little technical mishap on my end. I didn't get you added in on some of these different tabs. My bad. Give me a second. Smooth as butter. We tested it twice and I still fucked it. Don't swear at home, kids. Alright. I think now you are in. Should be good to go. Perhaps. Why the hell not? Right. Should be able to. Telling me my mic's on. Hey chat, can you hear us? Say something again here, Seta.
Check in.
Okay, well it's telling me it's working. Oh, so we are good? Alright. Well then, without further ado, let's get to the game. We got the guys loaded up, ready to go. Here it is, Super Bowl 56, coming at you, live and in charge. Alrighty, let's get this party started. Let's get it started. Super Bowl 56. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it rolling. Can you hear them? I can't hear them.
I cannot.
Interesting. They might have turned off all of the sound. Well, that's okay. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I told them to turn the audio off on there, and that's what I didn't interfere with the call.
Yeah, just let them play it out. Kickoffs coming up here. Boswell and the Steelers going to kick off for the first half. San Fran will start with the ball. Huge game here in Glendale, Arizona. Kick is away, and this starts our Super Bowl. Crazy in the back there. He's going to take it out. Return in the opening of the kickoff. Finds a hole. Gets met by a bunch of defenders. Gets just past the 20. San Fran will start at the 21.
Decent field position, not the best, but all things considered, where he took it out from the end zone. I mean, decent return there for the man.
100%. Let's see how we get going here. We saw a lot of run first, a lot. Like the San Francisco 49ers run the ball more than any other team in this league. But first down Super Bowl, they're giving them a different look in the empty set. They're going to... Trey Lance making some adjustments. Let's see what we do here.
Let me say, nigga, get your own P.O. box.
Back to pass. He's got, what in the heck? There we go. Trey Lance is scrambled out on a QB design draw as 2nd and 1 gets 9.
Good play call there. Definitely caught Pittsburgh off guard, you could tell. We'll see. We'll see if they stay with their traditional look and if that was just a little bait to start the game, or whether the Niners are just going to give us a surprising game today.
Yeah, that you play under center, you play all year, come out and gun on the first play of the Super Bowl, throw them for a loop, but they go back to traditional sense here. Trey Lance under center, Mitchell in the backfield. It's going to be an HB dive. Going to get one guy missed, and Minka will have to come up and make the big hit, but not after a gain of 10 yards and a first down.
They're coming out running early. Not looking like Pittsburgh is ready for that. I don't know. This is not the Pittsburgh Steelers defense I've been seeing all season. They were very, very, very good at stopping the run all throughout the regular season and the postseason as well. So to see them give up this many yards on the first few plays, very surprising here. First down snap now.
Definitely something to keep going on. Lance under center again. He's going to stretch this one to Mitchell, and there's the run defense. Lalu tackling the backfield. It's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, they must have heard us from up here. Definitely not happy to be called out like that. Nice little 2-yard loss there, forced by the Steelers defense. And we'll see how the 49ers come out on the 2nd and 12 look.
They're coming out in the eye with Kittle on the left, lined up on the line. Steelers have stacked the box. Watt's off the line, just checking out the edge. Lance going to give a play-action pass. He's going to drop back, has some time, and he's got Ayuk. Highsmith will make the tackle, but it makes it 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, it was a well-thrown ball there by Trey Lance under pressure. Like you said, he's able to make it manageable, not as a terrible situation as a 3rd and 12 would be. We'll see what they come out in now.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. They're on their own 44. Said it. If you get close and you get to 4th and 1, 4th and 2 here, do you go for it?
Personally, I would. I think this is a big moment for your quarterback to make a statement. And, like you said, his first season starting, his first Super Bowl, might as well go for the momentum boost early. But we'll see what they do here on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, hopefully Trey Lance is hoping that he just gets the first down. Two-man backfield set. He's going to throw it to Debo, who's got the ball. Woof! What a defensive play there. Didn't catch the number on that. That's a late breakup.
Yeah, definitely a late breakup. I thought he was going to come down with that one. Just his positioning and everything was clean. So definitely, obviously, I don't go for it here as they punt the ball.
Yeah, 4th and 7, going to punt it away. It's Austin on the return. Makes the first guy miss. Cuts back. Finds a little bit of room. Taken down past the 20, 23-yard line.
Crafty little return there by the Steelers. I like that a lot. Able to change directions a couple times and find himself, cool little 10 yards on that return. That was nice.
Yeah, very nice return. And now it's rookie Kenny Pickett. First drive coming up here in the Super Bowl. And it's loud. And he's proud. And he's going to hand it off to Najee Harris, who gets met at the line. He gets just a little bit.
It's just a 1 yard gain there for Harris on the handoff. I think the Niners are game planning for a run-heavy attack from the Steelers, as I think, as we alluded to in the pregame, they this might just be a big moment for Pickett, so they're going to try to take as much pressure off. We got 2nd and 9 here now. Pickett in the shotgun.
100%. He comes out to pass. He's got Harris quick out of the backfield. He's going to be close to the first down. Not quite. Little swing pass there. Pickett recognized the zone and just hit him for a quick.
Yeah, very quick and very effective there as he gains, I believe, 8 yards on that play. It's going to put him in a magical 3rd-and-1 situation here as we're kicking down to close to 6 minutes left here in this first quarter of our Super Bowl.
Pickett again. Pickett comes out in the gun. Harris to his left. It's going to be a read option. Harris, Greenlaw misses the tackle. He had it the wing. He had it in the backfield, but just couldn't quite get there. That'll be a Steelers first down.
Yeah, these are the kind of breaks that I think both of these offenses are going to need, as again, as we said in the pregame, these quarterbacks are young, they're probably nervous, and they're going to need some things to go their way to make them believe that they can win this game.
Oh, looking at some options here.
Maybe
they realize the sound is off. No, master volume said it was on. Oh well.
Oh, that was the option that kept on coming up on his screen mid-game. I think that was causing issues for our gentleman.
Yeah, that was totally it.
Chat's saying I'm a little bit quiet. Can y'all hear me better now? Do I need to speak up and amplify my voice, or is it?
I can turn you up here, buddy.
All right, that'd be fantastic. Thank you, Boom.
Got you there. Should be a little bit better now.
Thank you, chat. Once they got their issues sorted and find themselves in a 1st and 10 here. Drops pass under center. Let's see what they do.
Got a 2 tight end bunch set here. He's going to hand it off to Harris. He's got a lot of room, and he drags a man with him for a good extra 3-4 yards. Not quite the first down. The 9-yard carry up the gut. That's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, that's definitely what you want to see. Najee's starting to impose as well very early. You can see that he's not going down on these first hits. So we'll definitely see if this can be a recurring theme, how versatile this running game will get once this defense is worn down. What kind of calls we'll see there?
Yeah, you bet an adjustment to be made if it continues. They're in a bunch to the left. It's a little RPO. He's got Johnson on the bubble screen. He's got plenty of room, and he's going to finally be taken down at the opposing 42-yard line.
It's a very well-called play. It definitely seemed to be game planning for this zone with very short passes. We've already had this RPO bubble screen. We had the quick swing pass to Harris earlier in the drive. He seems to be looking quick and effective. Take 5 yards and keep moving.
Yeah, and that's what he's been doing all year, right? Not the risk taker, no interceptions, nothing downfield. Run the ball, quick pass. Run the ball, quick pass. You might see another run here. You've got a fullback lined up, and it's going to be a handoff. And T.J. Watt's got some room. T.J. Watt's got the safety to beat, and he won't. But he does get 14 yards on the carry. Najee Harris getting some oxygen on the sideline. T.J. Watt with the carry for 14 yards on the first down.
That was not a stat I expected to see in the column in this Super Bowl. I think that marks a bingo spot for me because I don't think anybody had that marked. Holy smokes.
Some lucky bettor out there who put $100 on TJ Watt carries. You're looking good tonight, my friend. Pickett in the gun. He's got Harris to his right, 2 wideouts each side. He's going to change something up. He sees something he likes, dislikes. Play clock running down, and he'll get the snap off. Pickett in the pocket, plenty of time to the end zone. Claypool up, and he's got it! And it's knocked out. No good there. It's an incomplete pass.
That's not something you normally see out of Chase Claypool either. Once he gets his hands on that ball, he usually comes down with it. The man's got good hands. Big deep threat, too.
Bro,
I'm surprised he didn't come down with it. See if he can redeem himself on this next play.
He's going to get angry. It's like Bad Bunny's worse.
Coming out the eye here, 2nd and 10.
I said leave, man.
Pickett out in the stretch to Snell. Still no Najee back there. Snell will get a few yards. Nope, scratch that. Barely got back to the line. 3rd and 10. They tried another little RPO with a bubble there. Couldn't get it rolling.
Boom. It's quickly coming to a halt here at the 27. The defense does not seem to be wanting them to get anywhere further downfield. They want to hold them for sure here.
Likely a pass here. 3rd down, bunch to the right side. That's the short side. Now he's on his left. Pickens will drop back to pass. He's got plenty of time in the pocket. Finds Pickens. Pickens over the middle on a dig. It's a 12-yard catch for the 1st down. Yes, sir. George Pickens to Kenny Pickett. It's a rookie-to-rookie connection. And on a clutch 3rd down situation, they're coming out under center here for the ensuing 1st down. 3 tight ends. Harris in the backfield. Time running down the play clock here as Pickett checks it out. Decides what he likes. Snap the ball. Harris out on the stretch and just level. Najee Harris caught the backfield. My goodness. He just shed that block like it was nobody's business.
Yeah, this guy has been in the backfield a couple times on this drive so far. He's making an impact here on the left side of the line. Looking very good to start this game.
Yeah, it's his first official tackle, but he's been creating some chaos so far in this first drive. Not quite enough though. They're still in the red zone, 2nd and 12. Pickett in the gun, got 3 to his left. Fireman's lined up on the right. Drops back the pass. He's got pressure coming. He doesn't see it. It's blind side. Sack. It's Jackson. The 49ers get the crucial 2nd down sack. It's 3rd and 20. Knocks it back at the 26-yard line.
What do you do now here if you're him now, Boom? You just run that ball? Or are we just going to sit here and are we going to still be aggressive? Because the way I see it, the Niners can just easily drop 8 men in coverage and just play this. And
you know, you're right, and that's exactly what they'll do. They'll come out in quarters here. Pickett's going to try to throw the ball. Don't force anything. If nothing's open, throw it away. Just kick your field goal, but it's worth a shot. Pickett back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Looking at the side of the... Oh! Just barely out of reach there. He had Pickens just in the seam there, but just a few yards outside the sidelines, and he couldn't grab it.
Definitely a tough break there for Kenny Pickett. He's going to finish this drive with 2 for 4 with, I believe, 24 yards. Definitely not a bad look, though. He definitely wasn't making terrible reads, and it looks like Kogan is going to go through. The Steelers are going to take the first of the game at 3-0. Very effective drive, though, for the Steelers offense. You know, like you were saying, 5 yards, 5 yards, 2-3 yards, 5 yards. Just quick pass, run. And listen to
despite that miss towards the end zone, the receiver was there, the throw was right, it was just a little bit too far to reach. So it's a good look from Kenny Pickett. And, you know, you look at that, you know, you shake your head, it could have been a touchdown opportunity. But you got points on their first drive of your first Super Bowl, and you made the right reads. Now it's just about executing, but, you know, we'll see if Trey Lance can do the same thing. San Fran's drive didn't go so well first time around, and you're going to get the ball here at the 21.
Absolutely. And again, if you also look at that drive too, the time of possession was absolutely wonderful by that Steelers offense. I believe they took over around 6 minutes in the quarter. They took it down to 20
Lance in the gun. He's going to hand it off to Mitchell. He's got room on the outside, and he'll be taken down a few yards downfield. It's Elijah Mitchell, 3-yard run.
I believe that's going to be our last play here in this first quarter of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, unless Lance gets off something quick. No, he won't. And that'll be the first quarter of our Super Bowl in Glendale, Arizona. It's Super Bowl 57. Steelers are up 3-0 on the San Francisco 49ers. From the 24-yard line, Lance will come out 2nd and 7. And he's got to answer here. You want to get points. You don't want to give Steelers the chance to go up 2 scores. So we'll see how aggressive they get.
Absolutely there, Boom. I think they'll come out probably in a more traditional look, more what they've done this postseason. Try to see if they can just establish something, gain some confidence. themselves moving in the right
100%.
direction, because that was just not what you want to see.
100%, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to come out with Debo and Mitchell in the backfield. Split back set. He's going to drop back to pass. TJ Watt gets free, and Lance just barely gets the ball away before he's absolutely rocked. They sent 6, the Steelers did there. Only had 5 blockers, and TJ Watt was the guy they left.
Unbelievable. That's not the man you want to leave unblocked at all, even on your best day.
Yeah, luckily there was 2 flat routes. Sorry, my apologies. Just 1 flat route from Mitchell. He was able to just try to get it away to him, but the pressure was too much through the contact. And it'll bring up 3rd and 7. Now he's in the gun. Drops back to pass. They double Watt this time smartly, but it'll be a catch for Debo Samuel for a first down.
It's play there by Trey Lance, able to fit it in there to Debo. They're able to get the first down. Jack on the tackle, his first official one of the game.
Come out in the gun again for 1st and 10. Trey Lance changing some things up. He's got Mitchell to his right, Kittle on the line to his left. Play clock's running down. He'll get the handoff off to Mitchell. It's a stretch. He's got room, and he's tackled at the 40-yard line. There's a big hole there.
Absolutely. The 49ers offensive line is looking very, very dominant so far in this their first play there. Definitely weren't on that first drive. I mean, they were able to get a couple plays off early, but it just wasn't effective afterwards. So if they can keep it being effective here, and I see this ending in a touchdown very easily.
100%. It's Elijah Mitchell had a great regular season. 1,000 yards on the ground, and he's really crucial today. And we've already seen that. They're feeding him the rock. As he gets it again, it's a Lalu just dominating the middle of the field and get him for a loss.
Yeah, they looked like there was supposed to be some pulling blockers, and it just looked like that just left one of the tackles open. And like you said, he's been dominating the middle of the field here early. Definitely caused problems on that first drive, which caused them to punt. Let's see if he can do it again.
He's got 2 TFLs, forces the 3rd and 4 instead of the 2nd and 2. Lance will come out in the gun. He's got Kittle lone on his own to his left, and a bunch to his right. He'll drop back to pass. Protection's pretty good. He finds Mitchell on the out, but it won't be enough for a first down. Said it, do you go for it?
Personally, I would punt here. Like you were saying, you don't want to give them a chance to go up 2 scores, and if you don't get this, they got a very short field here to get it.
That's exactly what they'll do. It's Winiskowski out to punt, and he'll let it fly. Tavon Austin will have to field it around the 15. He's going to be tackled right away.
Not a chance there by Austin. That kick coverage team is something special there. They got downfield very quickly.
Yeah, the coverage man on that outside receiver got burnt, and it results in Kenny Pickett taking the field now from his 14-yard line. He'll come out under center for first. Kenny Pickett, man in motion. He's going to fake the end around. It is an end around anyways. My goodness, that's not a play I've seen from them. It's a fake jet the same way. That's something deep out of the playbook that I've never seen.
That was definitely interesting, and I think if they just handed off on that first jet, they're looking at like 10, 15 yards there. But unfortunately, the defense sniffed it out, and that second man was just met behind the line, lost a 3.
Yeah, clearly a scripted game plan call. Not sure if I love it. It's 2nd and 13. This is going to be a passing situation, most likely.
Absolutely.
He really drops back to pass. He's got time. He's got Freiermuth downfield. Oh my goodness gracious. Freiermuth gets the ball knocked out of his hands as a deflection. Defenders weren't able to get there in time to pick it off.
Oh my goodness. What an unfortunate play for the Niners. They had plenty of men to pick that off in the area. And if one of them picked it off, they got a wall of blockers going downfield. He could have been looking at 6 there.
Yeah, Freiermuth just couldn't make a play on it. Brings up a passing 3rd and 13, and it's going to be thrown into just a jam of bodies, both defenders and receivers. That was just not effective. It was dysfunctional, and it's going to bring out the punt team.
If we're looking at a 2 and 6 Kenny Pickett right now, 2 of 6, I apologize. He's starting to lose some confidence. Those throws were definitely off his back foot a lot on that drive.
Yeah, Harvin's going to get it away. Debo Samuel's got some room to return it. He gets it past the 50, and he's going to get it to the 45. But the Niners will start in opposing territory.
Yeah, if they want to keep running that ball, they really only need about 10, 15 yards to get a field goal out of this drive. So they can take their time and kind of really do what they want. The playbook's completely open here early on.
You know what? Back to their punt on their last drive. Like you said, it was the right decision, clearly. Back the Steelers up. They couldn't convert on first down. Get the ball right back.
Absolutely. Just better in there.
Eli Mitchell finds a gap, and he's going to find some more room. 10-yard rush. They're going to mark him down fairly short, second and inches.
Mitchell, again, like just that 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, looking very effective here early in the first half. You know, as you see that stat line, though, 51 total yards for the San Francisco 49ers as we tick down to 6 minutes in the second quarter. You know,
yeah, definitely a defensive battle on both ends so far. Nothing downfield, no big runs being broke. The biggest play of the game might very well be the it might be the Watt run for 14 yards.
yeah, absolutely. I think you may be right there. And, oh my goodness, what a shifty play by Debo Samuel. He's able to get the first down in that play and put them in very realistic field goal range should they not lose any more yards on this drive. They got a first and 10 on the Steelers' 33-yard line. Boom. At this point, what do you think? Do you think they should just continue to keep playing this conservative?
Yeah, I mean, you don't fix something that isn't broken. You know, they've been running the ball really successfully, both with Mitchell and with Debo, and a good couple of times here. But they'll hand the ball off as a play-action fake, and Kittle's going to be open. Makes a first man miss. Stiff arms the second man, and he's finally chopped to the ground, but not before he gets to the red zone and a first down. And it's Niners on the 8.
We may have a new biggest play of the game, I think.
Yes, we do. That is definitely the new longest play. Made the first man miss, threw the second man off with a stiff arm, and finally was taken down at the knees. But it brings up a 1st and 10 from the 18 in the red zone. Steelers got to get a turnover here.
The clock ticking down to 4:25 right now. And hand the ball off.
Bubble screen. A spin move from Gray. Makes the first man miss with a spin move, but puts himself in harm's way. But I mean, put your body on the line for 5 yards. That's how you do it.
A big game. They're leaving it all out on the field tonight. Boom.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen a bubble screen from the Niners offense in an RPO. That one didn't work quite as well as the first one, but still it's 5 yards on first down.
Now Trey Lance is 5 of 7 for 35 yards. He's starting to find a rhythm here.
Oh, Trey Lance is absolutely hammered. That's going to be roughing the passer. It's Cameron Sutton. Slot corner came off the edge in a blitz. Pass was complete, but the roughing the passer yardage will give him a first down and get him to the 4-yard line.
Here now, looking at a really good opportunity for the Niners to get in the end zone here. What do you think the play call is? Handoff Mitchell?
Yeah, the play call is a handoff until proven otherwise. I think that's quite what it is. And Trey Lance will come out in the gun here, get it to his right. To the left, Mitchell in the backfield. Steelers have pinched those D linemen in. They do not want anything up the middle on that run game. And that's exactly what they're going to try. It's a read option to Trey Lance. Makes the man miss. It's a touchdown. Trey Lance making ankles broken. And he'll score the first 60. Oh, my God. Oh, I can't even believe what I just saw. That was a knee and an ankle and an ACL and an MCL, and it was all taken for a 49ers touchdown.
So shifty there by Trey Lance. Absolutely explosive on that play getting into the end zone. And Niners definitely got some momentum now. Really curious to see how Coach Veteran and the Steelers respond here on this ensuing drive, because they've got a lot of time now. 3:28 and all their timeouts going before half.
Well, you know, we talked before the game about how Trey Lance is such a weapon as a passer and as a rusher, and we hadn't seen him run the ball all game. He hadn't run any of the read options he usually ran. The only thing they've been doing was RPOs, right? Trey Lance hasn't put himself in harm's way until those last two plays. He got smoked on the roughing the passer, and then he decided to scrape himself off the ground and say, you know what? I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. The man is just, he wants it bad right now. Like he said, 5 to 7 for 35 yards, and now he's got a 5-yard rushing touchdown to add to that. Man's looking very good here in this first half.
You betcha. Now Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers have 3 minutes, 28 seconds to drive the field and finish this half off with some points. They got all 3 timeouts, like you said. I'm not sure if we're going to see a whole lot of running here, or it's going to strictly be passing. And, well, it might have just answered our question. They come out in the strong eye formation here. It's going to be a handoff to Harris, who gets doubled and just can't break it. There was a gap there for a second. Coming from the outside is Jackson again.
I saw that cutback lane as well. I thought he was going to be able to get there, but just the Niners line is just swarming tonight in a way I don't think Pittsburgh has seen much this season.
Pickett in the gun for second down, looking to pass most likely. Only 3 down linemen for the Niners. Pickett's definitely seeing some stuff. Pickett will drop back to pass. He's got time. He's looking for the open man downfield. It's Pickens! Pickens in between the 2 safeties. He is proven to be the most reliable target tonight. And that's a first down and a big catch.
Absolutely. Jordan Pickens is here for the moment, playing at a big-name school in college. You know the man is used to the spotlight, big game, and he's here to show that he's able to do it on the next level, too.
This is most likely the last play before the 2-minute warning. Pickett's in the gun again. He's got 2 to his left, 2 to his right. It's going to be a fake handoff to Najee Harris in play action. Great coverage in the great pass protection. Pickett makes the first man miss as he gets out of bounds.
George Pickens is stepping up right now. We're seeing something special here in Arizona tonight.
100%. Just a short out there. But if you make the first guy miss, you get some more room. And Pickens even got out of bounds, though it didn't matter with the 2-minute warning, but good awareness on his part.
Absolutely.
Then with the clock stopped here, Kenny Pickett's going to come back under center. It's going to be a dive to Najee Harris. And he does pick up 3 through the contact. A little bit better than what they've been used to so far this game. Not quite as good as they want.
Yeah, we haven't seen Najee make much of an impact since the first series where he was able to rattle off about 20 yards, but he's been getting 1 or 2 yards every carry since then. It seems like the Niners definitely can make that adjustment very quickly.
Yeah, and it's one of the best defenses in the league. You've got multiple guys on this 49ers team with 50-plus tackles. You've got guys. That's solo tackle. Oh, it's Benny Snell. It's a dive back to Benny Snell, and he's through for 12 yards, and that's a first down.
Yeah, the veteran out of Kentucky looking very good here when he's been called to the spell for Najee Harris. He's definitely got him. I think his first carry even netted about 5 or 6 himself, correct?
I believe so. It was something along that lines. It was a missed tackle from the 49ers linebacking core there. And it'll allow Kenny Pickett to be in the gun here for another first down from the 23. Clock is running down, just over a minute to go. He's got Najee to his left, and he's going to give him the ball. Najee's got some room, takes out 1 safety, and he's going to be brought down at 13-yard line.
I expect Pittsburgh to use a timeout at this point. Give their offense a chance to chill on the fatigue a little bit, but he's going to keep it going.
Yeah, he's going to keep it rolling. It looks like he's aiming to get that clock to 0 when he scores. And the 49ers have glued in on the run heavy. They come in a bunch set, the Steelers do on offense. The 49ers really approaching the line with their front seven.
Yeah, they're starting to really cramp this spot. They do not want Najee to continue to be any hotter than he
It'll
is.
be a pass, though. He looks to Harris, who just obliterates the first man out to him.
My goodness.
That's a dangerous man. And at this point, a timeout, right?
Yeah, you have to. The clock is just running.
The clock's running down. There's 23 seconds left in the half. No timeouts called. He's just going to run it. There it is. There's the timeout. Very interesting there. Very, very interesting.
Very
From
questionable
Mike
clock
Tomlin.
management.
Yeah, 23 seconds is still a decent amount of time, and he clearly didn't want to give San Fran the ball back, but it was scary there for a second. You thought he would notice, and he eventually did. He comes out from the 7-2 tight end set. He's got Johnson.
Yeah, run it again,
to
buddy.
his left. Nope, comes out to pass. He's got Freiermuth done the same. Inside, touchdown.
Throw there by Pickett. Responds by the touchdown by Lance by throwing one of his own. Not going to use his legs, but man, what a cannon he had there. Making sure he got it to Freiermuth in the end zone.
Yeah, it looked like he knew where he was going just by diagnosing the defense. Freiermuth had the inside lane on his man. Just a quick little hot pass up the seam for 7-yard touchdown. That'll put the Steelers ahead. 10-7, 20 seconds left here in the first half of Super Bowl 57.
Absolutely. 8-play, 76-yard drive by the Steelers there. 3 minutes exactly off the clock, and Gray's going to bring it out.
Yeah, Gray brought it out once again. And I think it's been all 3 times he's brought it out, and all 3 times he's gotten to the 21.
Yeah, you're thinking they just want to take the extra yardage and get it to the 25 for his offensive unit, but these teams still want to make an impact. He thinks he's going to break one loose.
Yeah, well, you keep trying to. You might just get one. Trey Lance will come out empty set. They're going for it. They're going for a score. Trey Lance will flip the offense here. Doesn't like what he sees. He's got Kittle to his right on the 3-man side, Debo to his left on the 2-man side. It's a 3-man, maybe 4-man pressure on the Steelers. As Trey Lance drops back to pass, some decent protection. He's got pressure as he rolls out, but he's got Debo. He's got Debo downfield. He makes 1-man miss. Gets the second all the way out to the 50-yard line. It's Norwood that takes him down. 10 seconds left.
At this point, do you think they're still going for the touchdown, or do you think they're now just trying to get that extra 20 yards, getting field goal range to tie this thing up?
That's a tough one. I think you run something that sends somebody to the end zone and sends somebody for 20 yards, right? You got to find something in your playbook that gets a little bit of each and can make either of them a possibility. Do we know what that's going to be? No, because it's buffering, but we can guess. Seta, we can guess.
We definitely can guess.
I mean, we're gonna a little bit of a lag from the streamer's end here. We're just gonna. I don't know. What do you think it's gonna be? It's another empty gun set coming out here. 3-4-man pressure maybe from the Steelers. Looks like a nickel set. George Kittle to the right, and I don't know what happened. Oh, they're in the red zone. They are in the red zone. 5 seconds left. They got down to the 19, and he's looking to kick a field goal here. Did we know what happened? No, we did not. But what we do know is that here's a timed field goal attempt.
If at all possible, I would like to get the coaches in here for an interview after the game. We kind of asked them what happened on that play at that point.
I gotta see what happened. I'm intrigued. We'll look at the stat sheet after the game. See where the missing reception is. But lo and behold, the game is tied. And barring a miracle from the Pittsburgh Steelers return team, we're going to head to halftime 10-10. 1 second on the clock as Robbie Gould kicks it off. Down the field, it's a squib. And Sutton's going to pick it up, try to find a lane. He finds the outside. Not quite going to get it, though. Pursuit is good enough. Push him out of bounds, and that'll be halftime for Super Bowl 57. Steelers 10, 49ers 10. It's a tied ball game. Seta, what do you think each offense, which defense? Is anything going to change coming into the second half, or are they just going to run exactly what they ran?
See, I don't know, because I couldn't tell whether these coaches were just killing each other out in the first half, trying to figure out what was going to work, what wasn't, kind of testing things. But I honestly really think the defenses are really just having that much of an impact on the quarterback play, on the running game. I don't think we're going to see much change. If anything, first one to 20 wins this ball game tonight. You've heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it from him. And you know what? I have to agree with you. I think there's potentially a 24-point game out of one of these teams, but I don't think out of two of these teams. Especially from this point on. Kenny Pickett will get the ball, try to recover the Steelers' lead to start the second half. They just gave up the lead. They gave up a field goal with 5 seconds left to tie it 10-10. Going to take a knee in the end zone on the kickoff. From the 25, Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers will come out and try to score.
Think we see some more of the same, them trying to establish the run, or do you think they're going to really go past?
I think they're going to keep pounding it. You know, the Steelers had 50-plus yards on the ground between 3 running backs in the first, and they're going to try it again. But Greenlaw just absolutely blew that one up. My goodness.
What we're seeing today, I really have not seen Najee Harris throughout any of this season. Really been limited kind of how he is this afternoon.
Yeah, Najee was one of the leading rushers this year in the NFL, especially for yards after contact. He was just barely shy of 1,500 yards on the ground. Scored 15 touchdowns.
Absolutely. Very impactful player.
On the second down play, Pickett found his prime target tonight, Pickens again, for a 4-yard zig route. 3rd and 4 is manageable. It's a run or pass situation, but the way this offense has been rolling tonight on the ground, I think they're going to throw this one.
I agree. I'm right there with you.
And he will. Pick it back in the pocket. He's got it! Down the seam, it's Freiermuth. Once again, they found that little pocket on the right side of the field between the safety and the corner. And that's been hit a couple of times between either teams. And it's a first down Steelers.
You know, and after a very slow start for Pickett, where it looked like he was losing confidence, sitting at 2 of 6 passing, I believe he's 8 of 12 right now. He hasn't missed a pass. Vince.
He's not going to miss another one on this play because he hands it off to Harris, who tries to find the edge. The edge is just not there, you know. It's getting blown up, and it's Jackson again on the tackle. Niners blitz there.
They did. They're just sending way too much for Pittsburgh to deal with up front. As you said in the pregame, their line is not what it used to be. As they were taking sacks and starting to apply to the running game, they're just not getting the protection they need, the holes they need.
Pickens will drop back to pass. There's a free man off the edge. He's going to get the ball off to Deontay Johnson just barely before he's smoked. That might be Johnson's first catch of the night, and it's a huge one for about 15 yards.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Boom. I think the only other look he had on him was broken up, where he had just missed it early in the first quarter of this game. His favorite target's definitely been Freiermuth and Pickens early today.
Confirmation, it is his first catch, was for 19 yards there. Gets him to the 26, not quite in the red zone, but Pickett's going to hand it off to Harrison. He's got some room there, rumbles through some contact for 3 yards.
Good run there. They're showing they still have faith in the run. Harris is still now 10 carries for 27 yards. Only 2.7 per carry. Definitely probably his worst average of the season, but, you know, they have faith in the man. I think he's still got a big
Harris averaged just over 6.5 yards per carry during the regular season. But as long as you're getting 3, you should be all right. Benny Snell in here for the little change of pace back. He's going to make a move on Fred Warner, I believe that was, and get a big chunk of yards. Not quite a first down, but a 3rd and inches situation coming up.
Yet again, Benny Snell with the game, and he just chunks it on the defense. 3 carries, now 20 yards for the man out of Kentucky.
3rd and inches. A strong I formation here. Freiermuth lined up on the right. He's going to pass out of it, though. He's got Freiermuth on the drag. It was a big contested coverage there. It's about as good as you can get on a drag route, but it's going to be complete. Freiermuth holds on. It's going to be a first down.
It's the 8th straight completion there for Kenny Pickett on this Super Bowl. Like I said, from 2 of 6 to 10 of 14, the man's starting to find himself a rhythm.
You bet he is. He's going to get another opportunity here. He's going to find Freiermuth again. He's only got the safety to beat, and he's going to beat him. Through the contact, through the tackle, he drags a man into the end zone. It's a Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown.
Jimmy Pickett, he's rising to the occasion right now, ladies and gentlemen. This man is playing some fantastic football here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The yardage may not show it, but decision making has been immaculate here since that middle of the first quarter. 9 straight completions, ladies and gentlemen. 9. Count them.
Yeah, and it's definitely given them a boost. And more importantly, it's given them the lead. It's
Goes
17 to 10
21.
now. And doesn't get to the 20 this time. They're still trying that kick return. You know, props to them. If you're going to break one, that's how, you got to keep trying it. But at this point, it's lost them about 20 yards total. And in a one-score game as close as it is, I don't know if you want to be giving that up.
No, you definitely don't. We only have 10 points on the board. Those 10, 15 yards, 20 yards. That's a field goal. It's a touchdown.
Lance drops way back, and he's going to get the ball off to Ayuk. He beat the coverage of man on just a deep crossing route. Just straight up won the foot race. But I think more importantly, the pass protection was really good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think that was some of the best pass protection I've seen today. Nick Fitzpatrick just seeing. That was his first official tackle of this ball game. We're under 5 minutes left in the third quarter of our Super Bowl.
Defense is going to move around here as Watt sees something he doesn't like. The Niners got a lineman here on the tight end of the pistol for extra blocking, and Mitchell's going to try to get it up the middle, and he's going to get nowhere.
That Pittsburgh defense is cycling. They're starting to really step up right here. Barry Ogunjobi on the tackle, his first of the game. Nice to see the former Brown and Bengal make an impact here in the Super Bowl.
And yeah, it's comparable to it's really a good comparison to the Niners' first drive. They had all they wanted on the ground, big chunk yard runs, and you were wondering, is this going to change, right? Like, this isn't what we're used to seeing. And it has changed. They've stopped the run, but they haven't stopped the pass. It's a George Kittle catch on the corner. That's going to be 20 yards, give or take. The Debo backfield look draws everybody in. Kittle over top. Big game.
Game indeed, as he's taking a very athletic catch down the sidelines to make sure he got both feet down, stay in bounds, complete the catch. And Niners are out here driving.
Yes, they are. They don't like any of the things we were throwing at them there. Got to get something going on offense. Trey Lance proved us wrong as he drives and he drives and he drives. He's at the 36 now. It's a play-action pass. Lance way in the backfield. He's got pressure from Watt. He's smoked. Incomplete.
Holy smokes. TJ Watt with a massive hit on Mr. Lance there. I mean, he's definitely going to be shrugging that one off for a couple of days once the adrenaline wears off from this.
100%. And I think the Steelers are starting to clue in a little bit on their passing game, try to get the pass rush right, because they're doing a lot of play action. Not this time, though. It's just straight drop back. It's a Texas road to Mitchell, and he is fucking level.
Really destroyed there. Trey Lance may be continuing to complete these passes, but his wide receivers are getting absolutely punished anytime one of them touches the ball. Steelers are out here laying big hit after big hit after big hit. They want to force a fumble here on this drive. They do not want to give up any points.
Yeah, they do. And with Mitchell taking as many hits as he has, I'm surprised he's still in there. That being said, Davis Price, their traditional running back number 2 on the season, he is hurt. The rookie is out. Didn't dress for this game. Hasn't dressed for the playoffs. But we haven't seen a ton of use check. He's a big weapon. We haven't seen Trey Sermon in the game yet. Lance has still just been handing out the ball. He hasn't been running it himself. And it's resulting in a tired Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah, he's definitely losing his effectiveness. We're not seeing him break through holes and tackles like he had earlier in this game. And right now, he's kind of been the workhorse of this offense in general. It can't go anymore. Trey Lance is going to have to start hitting these throws because here we are, 4th and 1. They're lining up for 3.
Yeah, and that tired running back in it, for lack of a broken tackle, couldn't quite get that yard he needed for the first down. And instead of risking it and going for it, 4th down, 27-yard line. San Francisco is going to kick a field goal, make it a 4-point game.
Now, if I'm the coach of the Niners on the sideline, I'm a little nervous here because Pittsburgh moved that ball really, really aggressively down the field that last drive, and they score another touchdown. We're down by 11 going into the fourth quarter, or in the fourth quarter, depending on how long this drive takes.
Yeah, 100%. It's a risky business move. Here. Pickett under center. He's got Watt in the backfield and pistol just for pass protection. He's going to break it out. He's going to run. He's going to slide down. Not sure if he quite got the first one.
No, we don't see that big slide from Pickett like we did in college, but nonetheless, decent run there. He's going to get 9.5 yards, almost 10 there. Look at that, 2nd and inches here. 147 left in the third.
Yeah, Pickett has not had to move a lot in general this season. He hasn't had a rushing attempt yet in this game, but he saw the middle of that pass protection cone open up, no defenders, so he just took it himself. He's going to hand it up to Najee Harris, who's got a lot of room here. He's going to take it up. It's a 10-yard carry, first down.
I think that was Harris's biggest one of the game there.
I believe it is, and it's surprising that play was run the way it was on the defensive side. They came out with a 3-man set on 2nd and inches.
Yeah, very interesting play call by the 49ers.
Pickett under center again. He's got pressure coming on the blitz. Going to get it off to Sternberger, and it's Fred Warner taking him down. It's just a short gain.
And unfortunately, he didn't have enough time. Otherwise, he would have seen the swing route with the running back coming open there on the right side. He could have had himself a first down. But you know what? Bleaching is better than nothing. He's going to keep
definitely
that
could have, especially since I said Fred Warner, which is just not right. That wasn't Fred Warner. But he's under center again. 2nd and 7. He's got Claypool and Johnson to his left. 2 tight end on his right. Claypool's going to motion over. It's going to be a fake jet handoff to Snell, and Armstead's got him.
They're staying home on these jet concepts today. That's the second one that's gotten absolutely blown up, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of our Super Bowl 57 here in the DSRL. We're looking at a score of Pittsburgh 17, 49ers 13. We got one exciting quarter left. I hope you stick with us. Again, this is your boy Seta here, commentating this game with my homie, the Boomaphone.
Better believe it. We are watching a 3rd and 9 here, just in their own territory at their own 46-yard line. Pickett coming out in a bunch to his right, under center here for the 3rd and 9. Going to drop back. He's got plenty of pass protection. He's sending everybody deep. He's got Claypool down the sideline. Oh, and it's broken up. What outstanding coverage. It's an arm battle all the way downfield. It was a foot race. It was all of the above. In the end, great defense, 4th down.
Absolutely. You love to see the Niners stand strong there. They knew they had to stop on that drive, make sure they still had a shot in this ball game, continuing on.
And Seta, I am going to have to leave here for a second. I'll let you call it. I'll be back in just a minute.
Take your time there, buddy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a 1st and 10 here for the San Francisco 49ers on offense. We got 9:46 left in this game, and they've had a couple of really explosive drives, but they've also had a few stinkers as well. They've had a few 3-and-outs. They've been in some bad positions here on 3rd down, a lot of 3rd and longs here on offense, and we really want to see what they can do here. They're coming out in a split set. Deebo Samuel's in the backfield, DJ Mitchell. Got 3 wide receivers outside. We got 8 men in the box for Pittsburgh. We're going to see what happens here. If they run it, it's going to be a mess. Lance drops back. He's got time. And it's broken up. Brandon Ayuk was the intended receiver. And, Pittsburgh's defense is doing a great job today. They've allowed only 197 total yards here at this point in the game. So we're looking really good here. Our Steelers defense. Trey Lance is once again back in the shotgun. We have 1 man in the backfield, tight end, and 3 wide receivers out wide. Drops back. He drops way back. That's another throw out of bounds here as Trey Lance is now 2 incompletions in a row. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 now for the 49ers. Because they're looking for an answer here on offense. They got the stop. They got themselves a chance to take the lead here with 9.5 minutes left in this game. But are they big enough for this moment? Are they going to live to fight another play?
Well, that is a great question, my friend. I am not sure, and I am back, and I've missed the first plays here. It doesn't matter because I see a 3rd and 10. It's not what the Niners wanted to see at all.
Definitely not what they wanted to see. Two sloppy incompletions by Trey Lance. As he once again drops about 20 yards back and just puts it out of bounds. As nobody is open once again. Niners are confused on offense right now, and they have the whole series here. As this is a quick 3 and out.
Steelers came out in a dime set there. They weren't looking for a run at all. They just lined up in the pass coverage and told them they were going to line up in pass coverage, and then it didn't matter. They just threw the ball into double coverage, triple coverage. Trey Lance dropping way too far back. It's too far of a throw. It's not functional.
It definitely is not. You can see the nerves are definitely getting the Lance, as it looks like Kenny Pickett is starting to gain momentum here in this ball game, while leading his club to 17-13 lead. We're going to see him in a strong I formation here. Once again, Watt and Harris in the backfield.
And Harris will be taken down, gets a little bit of yardage. Not too much, but it's
same song and dance that it's been all afternoon for the Steelers running game. 1 yard, the crowd of dust really has been the story there.
Yeah, and it's been really impressive how well San Fran's been able to keep him in check, because Warner's been out for a good while here, and Nick Bosa didn't even play. Apparently, he's been hurt from the week's earlier practice as they give it to Watt on 2nd down and gets to just the 40-yard line.
Rick Jackson is, however, down for the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to hope he makes a quick return to this ball game for their sake and for his. It's tough to see somebody go down in a Super Bowl, much as any ball game. You never want to see a player get injured.
And he has made multiple tackles in the backfield. Might even have a sack. I'm not sure what Madden's on, but every time it displays a defender, it just says 1 tackle. That's not correct. Jackson has been outstanding all game. Pickett, 3rd and 2, he's in the gun. He's going to drop back to pass. He's got a couple people open. Goes to Claypool, and oh my goodness.
How did Claypool make that completion?
I'm not sure. That was just an inaccurate pass from Kenny Pickett, one of the first we've seen all day. He was under pressure from Armstead. He threw it up. Back shoulder was too short, underthrown. Pickett just lost that. Claypool just lost that now.
Yeah, it's impressive for his first reception of the day. Definitely monumental one at that. Gets him downfield and just outside the red zone. And that's Benny Snell's worst carry of the day. Only 2 yards there, boom. I think they're starting to sniff him out now that he's in the go-out game a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe just more of a play calling situation there. It was a straight up dive. The Niners had the line pretty much stacked up there. 2 yards is okay, but it is something I think the Niners really need to focus on. Is every time Benny Snell comes into the game, that doesn't mean they're not going to run the ball.
Oh, exactly.
Pickett, play action. He's got Johnson on the crosser, makes the first man, misses a foot race to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
A major deciding factor here is Deontay Johnson. With the speed, able to beat his defender, get open on the crosser, get the next man in coverage, and get in that end zone. He's got a 10-point lead, soon to be 11 if he makes this extra point.
And they will make it. It's an 11-point lead. Left his man in the dust. Safety in deep zone. He made a misdo with the angle. And then it was a foot race for pursuing defenders, which he won. Didn't get caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And I think that might be the first time we've seen play action from Kenny Pickett in the Steelers offense.
Yeah, they've really been keeping their offense to pretty much standard passes and RPOs in terms of their passing game. But you see a lot more of it out of the 49ers this game. But speaking of them, boom, they're in trouble now. What do you think we're going to see on this drive? Because
they are in trouble.
Scores.
They're definitely in trouble, Seta. They've got no momentum. Their last couple drives have just fallen short. And you can't go back to the fundamentals. You can't just run the ball. There's 7 minutes left in this game. It's a 2-score game. You got to take some shots. You got to find someone open downfield. They're going to give it to oh my goodness, it's a hole up the middle. It's Elijah Mitchell. He's going to get 13 yards on the opening carry. They stacked both middle linebackers in the middle there. Didn't matter. They dropped out into coverage, got caught in the back foot, and it's now first down.
They're going quick here. They're quick to the line there. You know what way they're running. They're going to snap this
Lots
ball.
of audibles from Lance. He is running way back away from that pressure. Both Pittsburgh ends got free, and it forced Lance way back, and that forced an incomplete pass. Just too far away. He can't quite make it.
No, I don't understand why Lance keeps dropping back this far when if the ends are getting free, my first thought is going to be swim north. Keep moving towards the line, find the gap, and break through the hole.
Yeah, it's going to be a free edge off the right. He's going to throw it up. Oh, my goodness. It's Wallace. Wallace couldn't quite hold on to it. It was a DB blitz there. It looked like the halfback off the weak edge just got to him on time and forced the throw. It was a bit of a hand fight. Goes incomplete.
I hate to possibly say this now because we still have so much time left in this fourth, but this could be the biggest play in the game right here.
It very well could be. It's a 3rd and 10. You're going to get some yardage and make it manageable. Go for it up 4th down. You need something here. Trey Lance comes out in the gun. He's got 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Mitchell will also leave the backfield on the snap. He's got pressure from Watt coming. He's going to throw it up to Ayuk, and it's just overthrown on the drag route. Sorry. On the drag. It's not a drag. That's a crosser route. It's a drag route that goes 20 yards. That's what it is. Didn't matter. It was incomplete. Now it's 4th and 10. They still got to go.
They have to go for it. Absolutely. And we're going to see Mitchell in the backfield with Lance as well. We got a interesting look here. Got 3 wide, tight end, and
Kittle lined up on the line. Might chip Watt. He won't. He just drives at the pass. Lance, he's got room on the outside. He's got Jack off with him. Makes Jack miss. Makes Watt miss. He's going downfield, and he gets out of bounds across the 50 to the 44. There's that running ability.
Yeah, there's his legs right there. I was just about to say, we've only seen it once this game with that touchdown to take the lead earlier, but we have not seen his mobile ability much today at all. They've really kept that contained.
Yeah, but not there. T.J. Watt got really tied up with the blocker, and it allowed him Trey Lance to get outside as he drops back. It's a man blitz, and he's going to be smoked, but he gets the ball off to Mitchell. Mitchell breaks a tackle from Edmonds. Mitchell's got some space, and Wallace will push him out of bounds. Gets to the 35.
It's an 8-yard gain there for Mitchell, but I'm thinking they gained a little bit of momentum there. They seem to be playing with some efficiency now.
Yeah, some big yardage. Got him back in the rhythm, it seems. He also got out of bounds there. Very good of him. Stopped the clock for a little bit. Now it's rolling again as we come up. Kittle motions across on the Watt side. Lance will make one more adjustment. Play clock's running down, gets the snap off. Watt's held up. Lance is going to scramble outside again. He's got a bunch of men in front of him. He's going to the end zone. It's deep. It's Edmonds, and Edmonds will break it up.
Goodness. Definitely a contested opportunity there, but he had to get rid of it. He was about to get smoked.
Yeah, that right side of the line, T.J. Watt tried an inside spin move there, left the edge wide open. Lance was able to roll out. There were defenders there. He couldn't put it on his feet. Hucked it up to the end zone. Decent try, in my opinion. Oh, my goodness. Mitchell will get smoked there. Mitchell had a giant hole.
The left side of that line is wide open there. If he cuts back, he's easily got that first down.
Big cutback lane there. Linebacker gets off the block. He's going to shed. He just gets to Mitchell with a hit stick, and it's 4th and 1 on what should have been an easy first down.
Yeah, right now, I hate to say it, with 5:10 left in this game, the Niners season and the Super Bowl is on the line here. If they don't get it, Pittsburgh could very easily run this clock out. They've been accustomed.
Here's a question, though.
5-minute drives.
Here's a question, though. They're going for it on 4th. You could kick a field goal, and then you're within 8.
Yeah, you could, but I don't think he's
thinking Lance with the QB draw. They read it, though. He gets outside. Miles Jack can't get it to him in time. It's a first down on 4th down.
Wow. Risky play call there by coach of the Niners, but It works out. Trey Lance now looking at 4 carries for 44 yards and that touchdown. Explosive as he started to take over with his legs here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to put his on his back, and he's empty again. Everyone's out wide. Kid is going to motion over as the play clock runs down to 5 seconds. Gives him some last words. Audible there. Trey Lance back in the pocket. He's got plenty of time. He's dropped back all the way in his zone. He's going to throw it away before he gets smoked by Watt. He has just absolutely tanked his passing game by those drops today.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime he drops back like that, he is just giving the defense every opportunity to sit on a lame duck pass that's potentially going to come from those. And just the easy pick six if he makes a bad read. But he's been smart enough to throw every single one of those balls away. Empty set again. He's committed to this now.
Empty set again. They've committed to the pass. Edmonds is also lined up on the line here. Trey Lance dropped back. Steelers going to drop their defensive tackle into coverage. Sees the pressure coming off the edge. Going to get a little check down. 3rd and 8. And I believe that was Olali who dropped back into zone coverage over the middle there. Some really tricky play calling from the Steelers here late in the Super Bowl, trying to get a turnover. Lance, it's empty again. 3 consecutive plays and an empty set here. He'll drop back to pass, has some time, looks over the middle. Minka Fitzpatrick, that's what he gets the big bucks for. That's why he's one of the leading safeties in the league. Makes the tackle. 4th and 3. They're running to the line, making it quick, hurry-up offense here, trying to get his least time wasted on the clock. Lance back to pass. He's got time. TJ Watt gets off the edge. He's got pressure. He's going to run all the way back, and he's sacked. He is sacked for a 30-yard loss. It's TJ Watt. His first sack of the game. It's a 30-yard loss. Trey Lance ran away backwards. Thought he could make him miss. Thought he could get an opportunity. And he might have just thrown the game away.
Might have, because they've got great field position. I mean, Pittsburgh gets another touchdown. This is literally over.
Quick handoff to Najee Harris. Doesn't get anywhere. Tries to cut it back. There was a lane, but pressure got through too quick as San Fran will take their first time out. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left. Pickett, he's in the gun now. He's still got Harris to his right. Freiermuth's on the line. He's going to pass. He's got not a ton open, but protection is so good. He's just sitting back there. He's going to throw it away, basically, just out of reach of any defenders. It's 3rd and 10. Now, it wasn't a running play. Didn't take time off the clock in between plays. But that was such a long protection that it was almost worth it. And as he comes out again in the gun here, trying to get the first down, trying to ice the game. He's going to pass, bunch to his right. Pickett's in the pocket, got plenty of time. He's going across to Pickens. Pickens almost had it and just couldn't hold on as he hit the ground. The man who has been the top target tonight couldn't quite haul that one in. That was a big ask.
Yeah, it was definitely a big ask, but you know what? He had literally been above expectations this afternoon. I think that was his first drop of the day. It could not have come at a worse time. But,
Harvin gets the kick.
Up by 11.
Debo doesn't get too much going to the 18. And the San Francisco 49ers have the ball back. They have the opportunity to do this all again. The question has to be asked, if they kick the field goal on 4th down mid of the 8-point game, this drive could be to win it. Or sorry, to tie it. Take it to overtime, right? Get it 8 points. Now they got 3 minutes, 28 seconds to get 2 scores. Lance is going to find Debo in the seam, and Minka Fitzpatrick snuffed that one out and absolutely laid the shoulder on him, knocked it out of his hands. Debo Samuel had no chance to hold on to that one. He got rocked by Minka. And they're going to come out again on 2nd down in the gun. Mitchell to his right, Kittle to his right. Watt's going to get held up pretty good. Lance is going to look for Kittle. He's got Kittle on the drag. It's Edmonds in coverage, and he couldn't quite get to him. He'll get out of bounds up at the 35-yard line.
Big play there. They're keeping their hopes alive right now. Trey Lance is trying to figure out some sort of groove right here. Pittsburgh really has been making it really hard for them to get any sort of footing.
Yeah.
For
identified man. He identified the man coverage there. Had Kittle on a in route. Can't keep up with Kittle. barely keep up with Kittle as a safety, let alone as a linebacker. He's going to find Kittle again. A deep crosser. Deep out. Sorry, deep crosser. Deep slant. Kittle again. Same sort of side of the field. This time in the zone, found the spot, and he's up for a first down.
Yeah, they're definitely moving the ball here as we're down to 3:14 left in our regular ball game here for the Super Bowl. First 4 quarters, if this thing does get to overtime, I'd be surprised, but
Lance, he's got pressure. It's Bush coming through. He's TJ as well, and he's sacked. TJ Watt, Miles Jack. My goodness, just rocked. 2nd and 20. They're going to try to hurry up. No time to waste. He's in the gun again. He's got Kittle to his left. He's got a little bit of time. TJ Watt gets through. He cycles to his right, rolls out, had Kittle. He missed him.
My goodness. And there's that inaccuracy again that we've seen throughout this game. He's been making some fantastic reads, but he's just not been able to get it there on a few occasions.
Yeah.
I think we'll look back at that and see that decided the game.
I think it's the deep drop. He's been forced back. He's throwing those passes from 10, 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. There's been such good pressure, he drops away from it. Right here, once again, he's got Samuel on the crossing route, but he's dropped back so far that's such a hard throw. It's no longer a 30-yard throw. It's a 45-yard throw. He can't make those every single time, and he hasn't made those every single time.
He's missed every single one. Every single one of those has been an incompletion.
You know what? You're right. And that's a 3rd down. You don't need it all in one shot. Now it's 4th and 20, and this is basically the game.
This has to be the game. Pittsburgh can't give him another opportunity. He has to eat the clock.
Lance in the gun. Mitchell's in the backfield with him. He's got Kittle going to motion to his left with Deebo Samuel. Ayuk and Gray to his right. Drops back to pass. TJ Watt gets held up. Good pass protection. He's looking downfield, and it's going to be knocked down incomplete. Didn't even go for the pick there. They didn't want it. Better field position if you knock it down. 4th down, no good. Pittsburgh ball. That might be game, folks.
It very well might be. Boom. If Pittsburgh can get a couple of first downs here, I think that's enough just to eat the clock, enough to take these. I don't see San Francisco being able to stop the clock, get the ball back, score a touchdown, get the ball back, score another touchdown, or at the very least, touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal in this short of time. It's not likely.
Oh! Najee Harris. He got met in the backfield, but he won that. Unfortunately, such pressure was coming. A loss of 1 on the play. But that's going to make him feel good inside. You know, that makes the offense feel good inside to watch a man roll over somebody like that.
Oh, and it feels even better knowing that San Francisco used their 2nd time out of the half.
100%. It's a play action. It's Sternberger. What a play call there. What a gutsy play call. Absolutely incredible stuff from Pittsburgh offense. It's a play action boot to Jason Sternberger for his 2nd catch of the game. Just gets 11 yards, barely gets the first down. It's exactly what they needed. Because I think we're going to come into the 2-minute warning here.
Yeah, it looks like the strategy of the Niners was to use that 2-minute warning as their 3rd time out if they got to that 4th down situation. And that just completely blew it up. They have 1 timeout, 2 minutes, down by 11. I think we're really looking at, we can just really write this one off unless something crazy happens. But I would like to say, Boom, who do you think our Super Bowl MVP is at this juncture of the game? Like, I have to say it has to be Kenny Pickett, don't you?
You know, I think you're right. I think it's Kenny Pickett. You can make an argument for TJ Watt in the second half, but I think Kenny has just shown such composure. He's made the right reads when he's has to. Those 2 play action passes he's done this game. There's only been 2. They've been 2 of the biggest plays of the game. Right? He's stood in there. He's taken some hits. He's made a run for it himself once there. He picked up a big chunk of yards. He's been an all-around asset for them tonight. Has showed no sense of a liability, and I think that's why he deserves it. You're right.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. I believe he has 3 passing touchdowns this ball game. And, you know, for a rookie to become the starter and lead your team not only to the playoffs in your first year, not just to the division round, not only win your division, but make it to the Super Bowl. And you're looking at a victory with 114 left on the clock as San Francisco used their last timeout. What else can you ask as a franchise? Like, absolutely incredible the season this kid has had. Hats off to him.
Indeed, hats off to him as he's going to hand it off to Najee once more, who's throwing defenders, but he's got 3 coming at him, so it'll force a 4th and 9. They're going to bring out the field goal team here to make it a 14-point game. Minute 5 left. It should be about 20 seconds by the time San Fran gets the ball back. Sorry, 30 seconds.
Yeah, and I can't stress it enough. This was one of the best Super Bowls I've seen in this league's history, dating back to 2019. This was a very evenly matched ball club on both sides, and both of these coaches called incredible games. Like, seriously, hats off to both of you guys. Phenomenal job in this game, and great job making it here. Congrats on both of your seasons.
Yeah, great job from both of you guys. I know I got my butt kicked by San Fran last week in the NFC Championship game. Neither of these guys are slouches. This is a well-coached game. It's a well-played game. The guys know what they're doing. It's a hard-fought battle, and it's been a great battle.
It has. I don't think the final score is indicative of how close this game truly was in the trenches with the quarterback play, with their defenses, because there were big plays on all sides. Every side, every team had some crucial moments in this game. And again, congratulations to quarterback Kenny Pickett. You are our Super Bowl MVP, regardless of what Matt says or doesn't say after this ball game. You are our true Super Bowl MVP. Stick around after the ball game, as this could be the final play here, as the Niners drop back for one more pass, possible garbage time touchdown here if they can get it in. They're not going to. Oh, wow. Kittle with a nice little scamper there to end the game. But stick around. We got coach interviews coming up. First, we're going to have the Super Bowl winner, Coach Veteran Difficulty, coming in to meet with myself and Boom. We'll also have Bang Bang, the coach of the 49ers, coming in afterwards. And we'll get their takes on the ball game from each of their perspectives. But congratulations again to the Pittsburgh Steelers. 27-13 final score, Super Bowl 57. Boom. Thank you again for having me on your broadcast. Always an honor.
Hey, it's always a pleasure to be talking with you about football, buddy. Any day of the week, any game of the week, and it's lovely to see it on a Super Bowl. To be that at the least. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers winning the Super Bowl, and it looks like it will be Kenny Pickett with the Super Bowl MVP, even on Madden's side as well. It's our pick. It's a well-deserved one for the rookie. He's in the history books, not just as a Super Bowl champion, but as a Super Bowl championship quarterback as a rookie.
It's unbelievable. I mean, nobody could have fathomed this at the start of the season. I do believe he wasn't even their day one starter, but we could definitely ask Mr. Veteran about that. We're going to try to get him hooked up to the microphone in just a second and get him in here. We got our sideline reporters getting him hooked up down there right now.
Alrighty. All right. Whenever he's ready, we're trying to get him in here to talk to him.
Mr. Veteran, we have you on the mic. Welcome in and congratulations on your Super Bowl victory. And the inaugural one for the DSRL and, of course, Super Bowl 57. Just start off by explaining to us your game plan going into your game. Coach, a spectacular ball game, Coach.
See, I saw a little bit of his game last week against the Falcons, and I saw he couldn't really defend the run that much. But he surprised me when he came out stacking the box. So decided to call a lot of RPOs this week, and it seemed to work out.
Sometimes you did call play action. They were massive plays, as Boom was saying from the game. That last play action on right before the 2-minute warning to basically ice the ball game. Just a fantastically gutsy call. You had one earlier in the game, but back to it, George Pickens and Kenny Pickett. Fantastic combination. Do you expect Pickens to be that great in the Super Bowl?
I expected him to be that great all season. He was that great all season. He's that guy. You better watch that highlight film. He's that guy. Throughout the season.
He was 100% that guy. 100% that got at night. Didn't matter who was lined up against. Didn't matter if it was man, zone, on the safety, in the seam. He was making catches. Only had one pass targeted to him where I don't think he came down with it, but it was through a lot of contact. Couldn't hold on to his hit the ground. No one's going to blame him for that. He contributed the most in that receiving core tonight, and it was really just a threat.
Yeah, anywhere on the field, he's a threat. Doesn't matter who's lined up next to him.
100%. What was a little bit surprising, and what was a big focus coming into this game, was how is Najee Harris and the Steelers' running game going to fare against the 49ers front seven? Because Najee, sparring, I think, 10 yards or so, was a 1,500-yard rusher this season. Benny Snell gets involved. We saw Derek Watt get involved. You know, Kenny Pickett even took it out of the pocket once for himself, saw some open space. But despite a few big plays, the run game was largely stuffed up there for most of that.
Yeah, you know our game plan. Run the ball, run it down their throats. It's been working all season, and this is one of the only games of the season where I haven't gotten at least 100 rushing yards total in a game. So, I had to put my trust in Pickett and give him the rock. He didn't fail me.
He didn't fail you at all. That was one of the best games I've seen from your young quarterback this season. And I expect to see more of that coming in from him next season. Coach, thank you so much for being with us. We're going to try to get hooked up with the Niners coach real quick. But thank you again for joining us in the booth. And we look forward to seeing you the big game soon. Hopefully not too soon, because I hope my Browns get there next season. But, you know, I look forward to seeing you next season, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Great game, Coach. All right, let's see if we can get 49ers coach in here. Bang, bang. Outstanding.
Bang, bang, fellas. Bang, bang.
Coach, welcome into the booth this evening. Sorry about the loss, but you played a fantastic game for the most part there, Coach. What was your game plan going into the Super Bowl?
Yeah, man, we let the players and stuff get out a little bit too late, and they had some little injuries with them and stuff. Didn't have Bosa, and we didn't have Fred Warner for the game, so we had to change the game plan and focus on the run. I mean, we haven't gave up a 100-yard rusher the whole season. Only one was Russell Wilson in Denver. He was a quarterback, but no running back runs against us. So with the absence of Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, we had to make an emphasis of making sure our linebackers would stay in that 4-3 front to keep them there. So, I mean, we gave up ass on the back end and stuff with our DBs, but we didn't have the playmakers, the turnover makers, and that kind of fucked us. You know, not having Warner as a turnover maker. But hey, he did well with the rookie quarterback. He played action us and stuff, make us bid a little bit and hit us a couple times. It was pretty impressive and stuff, but hey, we'll see him again. All we can do is get better from here. That's it. It's a learning lesson. Get better.
Absolutely, Coach, and that's a really great mindset to have. I definitely liked what I saw out of Trey Lance today. I didn't see much of his legs until that fourth quarter, outside of that rushing touchdown that tied the ball game up, or got the ball game with 3 early in that second quarter. But he looked extremely explosive. Are you looking to run or work at him a little more into the offense for next season for you?
Yeah, we look into stuff to open up the passing game, go more to the spread offense. It all depends on stuff we got to change up as far as the linemen. We did pretty well and stuff on JJ, not JJ, but little brother and stuff in the first half. But then he kind of got, you know, he put his ears back and knew and stuff, being up and stuff a couple points. You know, we going out in the passing game a little bit more. But, yeah, we want to get Trey on the edge, you know, the little RPOs and get him going. Wasn't really too much confidence going into this game. I kind of wanted just to kind of stick to the little running game or just a little bit. But with our backup running back and stuff not being hurt, he was hurt. So it kind of took away from the multiple options that I wanted to do. But
yeah, I noticed that especially. Yeah, we noticed that especially going into the second half. You know, Mitchell had such a good first half on the ground, and then it's just started to seem a little bit fatigued in the second half. Couldn't quite make that extra cut. Couldn't quite make that one break.
Right.
And without Davis Price to cycle in and out, it was 100% it was a ticking time bomb. With that Steelers front seven, it wore Mitchell down, I think, and he just couldn't make a big play in the second half.
And a player I forgot, I want to apologize when I get to the locker room and talk to him and stuff. With Brandon Ayuk, I forgot about Bi. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be something about it in the second half. I wanted to get a couple curls and post corners going, but I forgot. I forgot about him. I forgot.
It happens, bro. When you get stressed in the game, sometimes you just forget the game plan, and you gotta throw that out the window.
And another thing, I was listening to y'all while I was watching the game, so it kind of threw me off just a little bit more as well. Great broadcast, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Keep the energy. I love it. I'm with it, this league, what it's about, and hopefully continue to grow, man. I'm with it. I love it.
And thank you so much. And we're glad to have you here in this league, Coach. We're going to get back to it, and we'll let you go talk to your team in the locker room, console them a little bit, and we'll see you next season, Coach. Thanks
All right.
again.
Bang, bang.
Bang,
Bang,
bang.
bang. Well, folks, that about does it. We've heard from the coaches. We've seen the Super Bowl. For anyone who happened to somehow miss it, the final score, 27 for Pittsburgh, 13 for San Fran, and the Steelers are back in the history books with a rookie quarterback taking a Super Bowl victory. I'm Zaboomafone, my partner Seta. We love you. We say goodnight. We hope you join us next season. We're looking to get more of these broadcasts going. Thank you very much for joining.
Have a good